party is still in Otrel, trying to find out what is going on. You were tasked to go to the cemetery to find the Helm of Torm, which would allow you to communicate with Torm to figure out what he knows and how he could help you save Elturel. While at the cemetery, you found that it was infested by skeletons, which was created by a follower of Lathander by the name of Gideon. Gideon told you that there was a portal underneath the cemetery, which was allowing demons to infiltrate Elturel, and he was pretty much there just to stop them from coming onto Elturel and destroying everything. The party heads down into the cemetery underneath the chapel, where you found the workshop where all the cemetery duties are done. You find the Helm of Torm and take it to the ossuary where Elgara places it on her head. Elgara goes essentially comatose in her state, and you bring her back to the High Hall where you can seek aid. Feria, who is the high priest of Elturel, is able to help. She tasks you with cleaning the altar of Torm and getting the sword from the unknown hero's burial site. You get those and you hold hands, place the sword on Elgara's head, and you fall unconscious. When you wake up, you find yourselves in a large battle. You're riding horses, and you see Zariel in her angel form riding Lulu into battle. There's a horde of gnolls who are trying to attack you guys, essentially. And that's where we stopped.
I have a question, Darrow. Are we, like, in this vision, are we, like, Takari is Takari? Like, we're not anybody else?
You are yourselves.
Okay.
Darrow, just to clarify, you said we put the sword on Elgara's head, or did you mean the helm?
So she's wearing a sword, but you are using she has the helm on her head, but you are using the sword as a link, essentially, to Torm. So you are also being transformed, essentially. Does that make sense?
We're transformed.
You are linking yourselves with Torm as well, through the sword connected to the helmet.
Okay, but we're all here in this event separately?
Yes. Well, you are all there together. And you are yourselves
everybody.
In this vision / I don't know what to call it. You're all there. You're all normal. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and we're all on horseback?
Yes.
Does my steed look like Elmer?
Oh,
Yes,
there
it
you
does
are.
actually.
Amazing.
Nacho gives it a pat. Said, "Oh, Elmer, I missed you."
Oh, there you are.
And we're charging these gnolls.
Oh, there you are.
How about I just reread what I said at the end of last time?
Sure.
Just to refresh everyone's memory. So at this point, you are unconscious from communing with the helmet. Through the shadows, the sound of battle intensify. Your vision clears to reveal yourselves riding on horseback at a full gallop. The sun hanging high in the blue sky momentarily blinds you. Your companions are with you. On the back of a golden mammoth, and leading your charge is the angelic Zariel. You are surrounded by a massive battle. An army of mostly human knights are fighting a horde of gnolls. A wall of black-furred gnolls crusts the hill in front of you. Dozens of them, maybe hundreds. Zariel calls back over her shoulder. Guards! The flanks! I'll cut us a path through! Then she spurs Lulu to an even higher speed. The mammoth's feet actually glide off the ground. And then this is where things start.
When she called back and said the flank, was that directed at us? Are we to attack the flank? Okay.
Yes.
So we are in the middle of an actual battle with this, with Zariel, and we have to, like, we're playing out our vision? Is this what's happening?
Yeah, essentially. You are playing out what happened before Zariel first went into Avernus.
Oh. Wow, that's many.
Uh-oh.
Now you said Zariel's on top of a mammoth. That's awesome. And Lulu? Where's Lulu? Is Lulu the mammoth?
Lulu is the mammoth.
Yes, in D&D lore, it was a little bit different in previous editions, but Lulu is known as a holy font, which previously were like real-sized golden mammoths that charged into battle with angels and celestials.
That's cool. So earlier, I was looking through the notes earlier. Do we see that person that we had seen before who was in the shining armor? Let me see if I can find that note.
Lord Atlanteus?
Yes, that one as well. And then there was someone else we had seen that Lulu said she did not recognize. Like Lulu, it was in Lulu's memory.
So, it is a woman who you have not been introduced to. Neither of them are here at the moment.
Okay.
All right. We'll just go ahead and roll initiative. I know it's kind of strange to start out with some combat, but that's where we stopped off.
I, for one, welcome it.
I'm ready to shoot some things.
I'm gonna go ahead and assume I don't have advantage anymore in this moment.
No.
I was really enjoying that.
Okay, so the way this is going to work, all the little ones will go at the same time. And then I've also adjusted them a bit. So instead of rolling all of them at once, I will use a chart which tells me kind of roughly how much damage they'll deal together. Okay, so we have these red-ringed gnolls who will move up. They won't attack, they'll just move up because they can't attack, so it'll be Irgo's turn.
Okay, this is weird. So what's up with the spell list and all that stuff? Like, are we long rested? Or
Yes, technically you are. Because you're not your true selves right now.
But we are using our regular character sheet. Okay.
Yep.
I'm gonna move back. And I'm going to green pink. I think I'm gonna go ahead and do a Zephyr Strike on him. So that's one of my spell slots down. 3. Give myself advantage on one attack roll. Go ahead and do my longbow with advantage. Ouch.
You still hit. You're good.
Cool. It's 3 piercing. That gives me that's 3 force damage. Sorry, and then I get another 1d6 or 1d8 force. Then I do my second attack. Was that it?
Yes.
Okay, I'll do the damage roll and then bonus action planar war. Wait, can I do? No, I can't do bonus action. That was my Zephyr Strike. 10 piercing.
All right, we are going to Ruin next.
Can I use my Orcish Fury? For if I hit with an attack, I can do a. Can roll one of the damage dice an additional time to do the extra damage of the damage weapon of the weapon's type.
Yeah, you can.
Okay. And that is again. That's at green pink.
All right. Good job. Ruin, you go again.
Okay. Ruin's just going to move up a little bit, and then he is going to tap his trident against the ground, and above his head is going to form a large cylindrical thundercloud. He's going to cast Call Lightning. And then he's going to shoot a bolt of lightning out at green pink.
Ooh.
Okay, dex saving throw. All right, good job. 15 damage. Okay, next is Nigel.
Damn, it's still not down. Okay.
So I'll have to go for the big boys first, because it takes a while for them to go down.
Seems so. All right, I'm going to attack green pink as well with the Rod of Delusions.
Roll for your damage.
Okay. And then Psychic is a D10. And then, okay. That's it. It's no, like, sneak attack damage on this one.
All right, Belgara, it's your turn.
All right. Let me make sure I can do this actually. Yes, I can. Ahaha. I am going to see Belgara digging into her like pocket hanging off of her hip. And when she pulls her hand back out, she's holding like a glass vial, and in it is like this disgusting murky water, and you can see what looks to be like a severed tentacle kind of just wiggling inside of it, and it's really gnarly and gross. And she holds it up and says something very quietly under her breath. And at that point, I am going to cast the Hunger of Hadar, but I'm going to twin this spell. Oh, wait. I have to make sure that that's allowed.
Has to be one creature.
Yeah, damn, I can't. Okay, I'm still gonna cast it. I'm gonna cast it into the center of the group of, are those dogs? Hyenas?
Gnolls, which are...
Gnolls, sorry, my bad.
Yeah, you should know what gnolls are.
Yeah, I know what gnolls are. Those bastards. I'm gonna cast it into the upper group and the center, and it should hit all of those guys.
Okay.
Oh yeah. So basically what everybody sees is like the fabric of reality begins to like rip apart, and this giant blackness kind of comes out of it, and it becomes really cold in the area, and there's like all these creepy whispers coming through the cloud of black, and there's like tentacles popping up through it. It's pretty gnarly.
That's fucking metal.
Yeah, it's like probably her most metal spell she has.
That's sick. Well, ruin.
You see the group of gnolls become enveloped in the shadowy void, and they disappear from your sight.
Bye.
Bye.
You actually did max damage, or you did their health, so they all died.
Nice.
Goodbye.
Except for orange purple here.
Did it not reach him, or it just didn't kill him?
It just didn't kill him.
Okay.
All right. So now it is Takari's turn.
For once, Takari is not going to unshoulder her bow. In fact, she's going to go ahead and cast Spike Growth, and she's going to center it on red purple here. The only ones it won't reach are here. Sorry. Here, here, and here. Because it's 20-foot radius.
Okay.
And I will be going with giant thorns and not twigs.
All right. So they are trapped within there.
Nice. And that's all I can do for this turn, right?
Yeah. They can move Reginald.
Oh, I'm going to move Reginald down yonder, and he's going to snip snap. Maybe if I can click the button.
Reginald has a tight grip around the gnoll's leg.
Good grab.
So it'll be orange purple up here, who will move here. Completely destroying these two cards
Oh,
with 3 attacks.
I don't like that they have 3 attacks.
The guards will move up for their attacks. Okay, now it is the regular gnolls' turn. And they will unleash a flurry of arrows, slaying these 4 guards.
oh dear. Well, as long as it's not on Reginald.
And Ray will move up here to attack this gnoll. Orange purple. Okay, now it is back to the gnoll's turn. This gnoll here, which I do not have marked. Red will move in to attack Takari.
Whoa!
And will make 2 attacks with its glaive.
Oh.
The second will attack Reginald. Same thing. And we are back to, actually, one more.
Whoa!
Okay, so the one here is killing these two guards. All right, Ergo, it is your turn.
Damn it! I wanted to get that advantage for a sneak attack. I'm gonna have to go for green pink again. Like I want to go for red because he's up by the party, but got that cleric over there. I'll just do a regular attack on green pink. Sorry, I keep closing my sheet. Here we go. Still up?
On green pink.
Yeah.
No, you slay green pink.
Oh, nice. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna aim for red with my second attack then. And I'm going to use Ensnaring Strike. Spells, here we go. Ensnaring Strike. It's my bonus action. Post it up so that it shows. It's a 12, spell save 12. I think. Actually, is it? I think it's supposed to be 13? 12? I think it's 12.
It is 12.
Yeah. That's my bonus action. Oh wait, I think... Why does it say 13 strength save? Let me double check something. Sorry, I have it on D&D Beyond. That's where all like the data is concise and accurate. I might have to edit my character sheet. It is a 13 strength saving throw. And I also have to roll damage for my bow. So that total damage is 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 damage total.
Okay, which one are you hitting again?
Red.
Okay. Nice. All right, Ruin, it is your turn.
Alright, Ruin's going to move over here, but he's going to call another lightning bolt out of his cloud, and he's going to throw it right here. In between red, pink, and red, purple, so that the bolt will catch both of them. And that will be his turn.
Okay, neither one save. You take massive damage. It is Nigel's turn.
Okay, so it looks like Takari's in a bit of a patch here, so I was going to shift his attention to red, firing the arrow at him.
He is also restrained.
Yeah, remind me, restrain reduces movement to 0, but they can still attack. Is that right, Dura?
It is. Their movement becomes 0. Attack rolls against a creature have advantage. They have disadvantage, and they have disadvantage on dexterity saving throws. So roll with advantage.
Sweet.
Roll for your damage.
So 19.
All right. Good job.
And then I will use my cunning action to hide behind Takari, using Takari as like a
Meat shield. Just
Yeah.
say it. Just say it.
So I'm now hidden if that stealth check passes. Oh wait, that might be impossible because I'm on top of the horse. I hide behind the horse.
Okay. Belgard, is your turn.
Oh, my word. Okay. What's going on with the second big group of gnolls that are in the bushes over here? Are they just not advancing on us, or?
They are loosing arrows.
Oh yeah. So I still have my tentacle in my hand, and I go back to my little whispering again, and my direction of God, my gaze. Jesus Christ! I swear to God, I can make words and sentences. My gaze now shifts from the group that I absolutely annihilated over to this new group, and I again begin to quietly whisper to myself and hold my little pickled octopus tentacle up in the air. And I'm gonna cast Hunger of Hadar again at the center of that group.
Even the name is cool.
I know, right?
Oh.
So technically you can't move Hunger of Hadar once you've casted it, because it doesn't say you can move it.
But if I dismiss concentration and just cast it again, I can do that,
Yeah,
right?
You can recast it.
Yeah, that's basically. I'm just recasting it.
Okay. Just want to make sure.
Oh, my damage rolls are even better that time around.
I like that it's cold and acid damage.
Okay. So once again, none of them save. Though, let's see. How much total damage did you do?
It's 14.
Okay. So you're able to destroy two of them that Ruin had injured before, but the remaining still stand.
I am pleased. I slip my little jar back into my pouch at my side.
I think we're going to create a time paradox where Zariel succeeds.
So right now, this group right here, these three, or four, I mean, there are the thorn, the spike growths, which makes it so they take damage when they move, and they have the Hunger of Hadar there, so they have to move to get out of it.
That was, I'm
Nice work.
telling you, we didn't plan that, but Creep, man. Dynamic duo over here.
Hugh.
All right, Takari, it's your turn.
Dura, remind me, because I haven't cast it in a really long time, does Hunter's Mark count as a bonus action?
Yes.
Okay.
Though,
What?
let me see 1 second. You're already concentrating on your spike
Okay.
growth, so you have to stop concentrating if you want to cast Hunter's Mark.
I do not want to stop concentrating on that. Instead, I'm just gonna pew pew on red. That's on me right now.
You've got advantage on him.
Oh, I do have advantage on him?
Good job.
Thank you. There's the damage. Is he still up?
Yes.
Yeah, I would assume. It's not a lot of damage. Alright, well, I'm gonna fire on him again. Do those hit?
Yes.
Nice. Much better damage.
Your arrows slay the gnoll.
Nice.
He's so close. I'm just imagining you taking out your arrows and stabbing him with it.
Just bashing them into his brains. And then I'm gonna have Reginald also keep just binding strike on red yellow.
Okay.
I don't think those hit.
No, it does not.
Does he lose his grapple if he misses a second time?
No.
Okay, good to know.
Okay, so orange, pink will be attacking Rhea.
Uh-oh.
Rhea takes a large hit as the gnoll gnashes and claws at her. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and say these gnolls die on their turn. And the two remaining up here, they will just run away.
For the best.
And Ray will attack the one next to her.
Oh my god, man.
Alright. It is... Okay, so this one is the Gnoll's attacking Reginald, who takes 1. So let's see.
I think that
18
killed him.
damage.
And he took how many before?
So he has 4 health left.
Oh, he's fine.
And it is Ergo's turn.
How is Rhea looking right now?
She's doing just fine.
Okie dokie, cool. I'm going to go ahead and try another snaring strike at level 2. After I attack, I suppose I should attack first. So let me roll my attack, because that makes sense. That's a hit. And then I'll roll the damage for that. He's still up, right?
Orange purple?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to do ensnaring strike at level 2. DC 13 strength saving throw. Very nice. I'll do the damage. So going to be 2d6 for the damage at level 2.
Okay.
And I'm also going to use my sneak attack. Because he's near Rhea. sneak attack damage. Where's it at? Where's it at? Somewhere. Here it is. And then I get a second attack. That does not hit. That is my
And
turn.
it does not. All right, Ruin, go ahead.
Ruin's gonna come here besides Rhea, but then he's gonna call lightning bolt down right behind the guy in front of us, so that it doesn't catch us, but just hits him.
All right, roll your damage. 13.
That'll be my turn.
Nigel, what's your turn?
I will be attacking orange purple. Why?
You have advantage. He's ensnared.
Oh, is he ensnared too? Nice.
Yes.
So 21.
Your arrow finishes off the knoll, leaving one standing. And it is Bagara's turn.
All right, well, I guess I'm going to shoot a firebolt at the last man standing and pray that it commits a moida.
Please, for Reginald.
Reggie!
Oh!
Wow! Wowie!
All right, Takari.
Alright, you know I'm pew-pewing.
You got this.
Nice. I would say so. For my boy! Is he still standing?
Yes, he's only been damaged once so far.
Damn it. Alright, so well, my second attack's going for him. I'm assuming that hits.
Yes.
Please tell me I killed him dead.
Not yet. He's
Damn
still
it.
standing.
Alright, Reginald! Oh no!
Double one.
He just turns into a pile of
Snake
crab
eye.
meat.
He was so disappointed in you, Takari, he just couldn't even know what to do.
Oh, God.
All right. We are to the last Null's turn, who is grappled, so will not be able to get away. And is attacking Reginald and misses both attacks. Gargoth, it is your turn.
Okie dokie, just a good old fashioned attack here. With my longbow, trusty longbow. At red green, of course. I think that hits, right?
Yes.
Bonus action, planar warrior, por favor. Second attack.
Oh, there you are.
Actually, stop there, because you finished him off on that last one.
Nice.
Sweet.
You saved my boy.
That's my crab meat. Random but relevant question. Do we keep our arrows when we leave this vision?
Technically, it is not a real combat.
Okay.
After you finish off the last of the Knolls, you regroup with Daria.
Once we regroup, Nigel says, "Wow, that sure was a knolling."
Wow.
Can I PvP Nigel for that fun?
Can you what?
Can I friendly fire on Nigel for that pun?
Yes.
Thank you.
Nigel will attempt to dodge.
I'll just bonk him on the head.
Nigel will accept the bonks. Sometimes it's the price you pay for comedy gold.
Bronze, maybe.
With Zariel, you ride up over the top of the hill. From there, you can look out over farm fields churned and ruined by the battle. Off to your side is a small village with some of the buildings on fire. A few hundred yards away across the field stands a 12-foot tall demon gnoll wielding a 3-headed flail.
Wow.
There's the boss.
It holds aloft a dark-haired woman by the neck. Seeing Zariel across the field of battle, it turns and with a slash of its claw rends a purple, roiling gash in the air. With a hyena-like cackle, it leaps through the portal with the woman still clutched in its gauntleted right hand. As the demon vanishes, the energy of the portal seems to turn into swirls of shadow and gold. Through the darkness, you hear two voices. The first voice asks, "Where is the sword?" And the second voice, weak and distorted, replies, "I don't know. I don't. I used to know, but I don't know anymore. I don't." A gauntleted hand reaches through the shadows and sweeps them away. An immersed light, which seems as if it should be blinding in its intensity, but which is instead a soothing comfort to your eyes, emanates from the gauntlet. A booming voice bellows seemingly from all directions. "Seek ye Zariel's blade, for it is the key to her heart and her greatest desire. With it, Elturel's chains can be severed." The gauntlet clutches into a fist as the voice speaks. Then it opens, and upon the palm of the gauntlet is a tiny golden elephant. Lulu is flying in miniature. "Even from her sight is the sword hidden. There is only one who knows, and she knows not." The gauntlet closes again, then opens to reveal two black-feathered, bird-like humanoids standing next to a strange vehicle of blackened iron. "She must seek the Kenku. In her memory they speak." The gauntlet closes for a third time. The booming voice again speaks, but it too seems to be coming from a distance now. "Seek the Kenku." The light now truly becomes blinding, and the vision ends. And you wake from your visions.
Whoa.
Nigel says, "I just had the strangest dream."
That was Ariel. He just goes, whoa.
Kari just kind of like jolts with her eyes open.
So that was Zariel.
And Lulu is a mammoth.
Where is Lulu? And also, how's Belgara doing?
Currently trying to get back into fucking roll 20.
Oops.
Dude, I refreshed the page because I couldn't go and look at one of the notes, and it, like, about gave me a mild panic attack because it showed up on my Homeward Hounds page.
Oh, no.
Yeah, just, at least it was super zoomed in on that map. I'm assuming I'm also out of the visions, though, as well, right?
Yes, you
Okay.
are, and you can remove your helmet.
Welcome back.
Belgar is just going to kind of like sit there on the ground. She's on the ground, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. She's just kind of gonna like slowly peel the helm away from her head and set it at her side. And it looks like she's just kind of taking a minute to come to and to really like piece together all the things she saw.
Takari's gonna hold a hand out for her to take to help her up whenever she's ready to stand again.
She's going to accept Takari's hand and slowly come to a stand. And as she like looks around to everybody, she's gonna say, I saw all of you in my dream. You were there.
I saw all of us too.
I think we might have had the same dream.
But there was a time before you came into my dream. And I feel as though I should recount all the things that I saw before it slips from my mind forever.
Do you have something to write in?
Sorry, I'm looking because I actually think I do.
Nigel has some parchment and pen. Gives it to Belgara.
Thank you. I am going to take a moment to myself, if you do not mind, to sit and to write out all that I can recall from my dream.
Takari nods at this, but before she moves away, she just like wraps her arms around Belgara in like a strong embrace and just is like, I'm so glad you're okay. I'm so glad you're okay.
Belgara returns the embrace and kind of like places her head against Takari's head and says, where would I have gone, you silly child? Don't worry, everything's fine.
She'll let Belgara go.
Granted, Belgara has no idea that you guys are super concerned about her. She has no idea that, like, you know, she probably wasn't supposed to be wearing the space helmet so long. She's just gonna like go sit against the wall on the opposite side of them and start writing down all of the things she saw.
Takari's gonna go ahead and offer Ruin her hourly flower.
Into the pocket.
Yep.
Nigel says to the group, so I guess we all had the same vision? Dream? I'm not sure what it was.
Takari's gonna look over at Nigel and say, Knowles?
Aye, Knowles.
Knowles. She'll look up at Ruin and
Knowles.
expectantly and basically look at him like, Knowles?
Ruin's just gonna stare right back at you. Shrug.
Not gonna say anything?
Nope.
Okay.
So we need ultimately the blade of Zariel. And we need to take Lulu to the Kanku. What about the contract that we needed to get regarding Elturel?
We only have one part of it, don't we?
We have to get the second part of that contract from, I can't remember who. We need to get the second half of the contract from Zariel, so looks like we'll need to do all this first.
Kari nods a few times. And she kind of sighs. Yeah, this is long from over, isn't it?
It's a series of, one might say, fetch quests, it would seem.
In hell, though.
But in hell, so it's fun.
She's gonna kind of lean over and ask Nigel, "What is your definition of fun?"
Usually a pint or two at the local tavern, but this has its own merits as well.
She sort of raises a brow at him and shakes her head. I am going to have to politely disagree with you, Nigel.
Ergo's kind of just been in his own head after the whole ordeal, and then he looks to the lady. What's her name again? She's like a cleric or?
Her name is Feria.
Feria. Okay.
Yes, she's the head. Cleric, I suppose.
Ergo looks at her and says, "This is an interesting way to practice my skills. I wonder if there's a way to do that more often." Kind of fighting within a dream with no consequences, but knowledge.
I'm not too sure what you're talking about, but I'm sure you had a good time in there.
Oh, only after I woke up. Only after waking up. What do we do next?
Well, we wait to hear from Belgara and her thoughts, and then hopefully we take a rest.
Duro, what did everyone gather to do the link with the helm?
So they need to clean the altar of Torm, which was on the first floor.
Right.
And then they needed to get the great sword from the fallen hero and place it on your head.
Now that I've seen the vision, do I know who the fallen hero is?
No, you do not recognize who the fallen hero is outside of what Rhea had told you about her before.
Okay.
For recap, she said that the fallen hero slayed a dragon by herself and then died immediately afterwards. The people of Elturel assumed she was either chosen by Torm or was an avatar of Torm.
Ergo is going to collect some holy water.
Did you share the visions of Torm with everybody?
I have not, because you've not explained it yet.
Perfect. Is it okay if I just read it?
Sure, if you want to.
Instead of me trying to half-ass explain it. Alright, so Belgara's gonna come back to the group after she's been furiously scribbling on this parchment. and just kind of reading what she wrote, which is basically what Duro wrote out to me and read to me. The end of this you added on to what we just saw, right?
I did.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. I was like, well, I wasn't there last time. So I'm just gonna read up until the point where you all joined the vision. There is a darkness, a nauseous veil of swirling shadows, then a beam of golden light. The light slowly grows in intensity and the shadows are ripped apart, like a caul parting before your eyes. At the point where the light is almost blinding, it turns reddish and becomes hot. Dry and hot. A dry, hot wind. As your vision clears, you're standing on a field of battle beneath the blood-red sky of Avernus. A huge mound of devils lie dead. Other devils, still living, are hauling bodies off the mound, chittering amongst themselves. At the bottom of the mound, as one last corpse is pinioned on a pitchfork and flung to the side, the body of an angel is revealed. Her skin is porcelain white, her hair the golden light of an evening sun, her wings blood-stained ivory. The devils draw back. Some of them are cackling, but one glances back over their shoulder and suddenly drops prostrate to the ground. Others, too, following the first gaze, throw themselves to the ground. A tall devil with skin of maroon and crimson, dressed in robes of black and gold, strides in amongst the scattered corpses. He is possessed of a Leonid beauty, with two almost impossibly long dark horns curving gracefully from his forehead. The devil's eyes smolder as he looks down at the angel. As he pulls off a gauntlet-like glove from his left hand, revealing the talons beneath, he turns and asks in a smooth voice of elegance and grace, "Where is her sword?" The call of gilded knights sweeps over your vision. You are standing at attention in a ceremonial uniform and a small group of similarly dressed knights. Each has a small badge on their left shoulder depicting a pair of twin suns. Before you, on a grassy field, are arrayed 3 riders wearing identical badges. A woman with dark hair upon a black charger, a bearded man on a white horse, and the angel you saw lying beneath the mound of corpses riding a golden-furred winged mammoth. Approaching from across the field is another mounted man, this one flanked by an honor guard. As the man draws near the trio before you, he brings his horse to a stop and then dismounts. The trio likewise. A herald steps forward and announces, "Haruman, Lord Knight of the Far Hills, greets Lord Olanthius." The bearded man smiles. "Hail to you, Lord Haruman, and welcome to Elturel. I am pleased to introduce you to Lady Yael of Eidolglin and Zariel Solar of Celestia." "And I am Lulu," trumpets the mammoth. Haruman removes his left gauntlet and extends his hand, shaking each of the others in turn. Escorted by Lord Olanthius, he proceeds down the line. In a few moments, he stops before you and extends his hand. As you grip Haruman's hand, the vision shifts again. The red heat of Avernus sweeps over you. So do the sounds of battle, but only at a distance. There is a trumpeting and the shadows are swept away like mists in a strong wind. You see the angel Zariel kneeling in the dust. Lady Yael, arrayed for battle in blood, and dust-covered armor kneels on the ground next to her. Zariel is pushing her glowing sword into Lady Yael's hands. Yael shakes her head. "I refuse. Do not ask me of this." Zariel smiles sadly. I do. Look beyond this forsaken day. One last time, I need you to dream a little bigger. Yael weeps and then, unable to speak, nods, taking Zariel's sword. There's another trumpet and Zariel's golden mammoth comes charging up. I drove them off, but there's another group drawing near. Zariel pulls off her left gauntlet and buries her hand in Lulu's fur, taking a moment of comfort. My old friend, goodbye. Perhaps we shall meet again, but I do not think so. I need you to go with Yael. Help her make certain my sword is not captured by the forces of hell. Let it become a symbol of everything we have fought for. Even if it has ended in folly, let our deeds have meaning. As the vision of shadows of gold wraps itself around you again, slowly blotting everything out except the sword still glowing in Yael's hand, Zariel's voice continues. This is the last thing I will ever ask of you. Protect Yael. Belgar is going to slowly lift her eyes up from the page that she's read from and look to everybody and say, I believe it's clear what we must do now. From my vision and from our visions conjoined, we must go find the Kenku. We must help Lulu remember.
Takari nods.
Where is this Kenku?
You see Lulu contemplating. Kenku. I remember something. I met a pair of Kenku named Chukka and Clonk, and they took me to a junkyard called Fort Knucklebone to repair their infernal machine. Lulu suddenly takes flight and leaves the catacombs.
God damn it, Lulu. Belgara's gonna look to the priestess and ask, do you know of this area of which Lulu speaks?
I'm afraid not. The layout of Avernus is not something I am familiar with.
Perhaps then we should take our opportunity to rest, and maybe Lulu will find her way back to us soon? She kind of like looks around to the party in question.
Takari agrees. She says, surely she hasn't gone too far. Surely she won't go too far.
I could use a rest and also some more arrows.
Yeah, Ruin nods his head.
Though Lulu is a sweet, darling little creature, we must remember that she is an old creature and probably far wise beyond her years, so I imagine she's quite well and she'll return.
You see Ravengard entering the room. He says to you, it would seem that the sword of Zariel could be part of the key to save Elturel. Despite the wastelands of Avernus, there are powerful allies to be made. Those with information. Seek them out to discover a way to free Elturel.
Takari's going to ask him, do you have a suggestion as to where we should start?
These Kenku that you spoke of course, could be your first lead to more information.
Do you know where the Kenku are?
I'm afraid not.
Takari kind of shrugs and says, well, I guess we'll rest and think about it and then set out tomorrow.
I believe this would be our best course of action. Perhaps Lulu will turn to us in the interim.
Hopefully.
Argolf is going to look to the Duke and he asks him, do you have an armory where I could pick up some arrows? I'd be willing to give you gold for them.
I'm sure we have a spare bundle or two.
What can I offer you for them?
Take them. You've helped us enough.
Well, I'll at least owe you one.
He'll give you a quiver of arrows.
Sweet.
Rhea turns to the party. I will be staying here. As much as I want to help you retrieve the sword, my people need me. I trust that you will return.
Takari looks at Rhea and says, thank you for all that you've helped us with.
Yes, Rhea. You have been amazing, and we truly appreciate all the work you've done.
Is there, I know we had rested in that one spot the night before. Is there any other particular areas that are good for resting in this hall?
That's the best one because the rest of the hall is filled with refugees.
Okay. Yeah, Takari's gonna start moseying her way down to back where they were resting before, but she'll look over her shoulder at Belgara and ask, got a sip of wine to spare?
Always, she says with a smile, and she pulls the pouch off of her hip and offers it over to Takari.
Takari looks at it. After all that we've seen so far and all that we are probably going to see, I think I'm going to need this. And she takes a healthy swig before handing it back to Belgara.
So I've got a couple of questions, Duro. If is the amount of arrows that we can carry limited by the quiver, its capacity?
I don't think you are limited.
Okay. I mean, well, I'll technically have 2 quivers now anyway, but I'm curious how that works. Because he said he handed me a quiver. Or, he handed me a bundle. Is that what you said?
Yes.
Okay. Takari, how are you on arrows?
Oh, I'm sorry. Takari, her bow is limitless arrows, but she has 44 regular arrows. She's
Okay.
fine. Yeah, she's good.
It's
Not her.
an OP bow.
Yeah, her bow is made of branches, and it'll break off a arrow-shaped branch whenever she pulls back the bow.
Oh, is that the special
Yes.
item that you got? Nice.
Yes, it's the longbow.
I like it.
Longbow of Animal Fury.
Very fancy.
Listen, I have the other arrows just in case I come across something that is resistant to magical arrows. So I think we're okay.
Sounds good to me.
I'm just glad you can't kill our melee combat people.
What do you mean?
Oh, I mean like on our 1E, 2E games. When you just shoot people.
Would just be shooting into fucking combat.
Or just be shooting into combat.
I get cocky, okay? I get cocky because I'm Takari and I have the ability to be cocky with Takari.
Right.
There's a very, very, very powerful little ranger there. She's just gonna kind of slide against the wall to like a sitting position and just occasionally make flowers as they're resting and every so often hands Belgara one.
Belgara is taking them and slowly building a flower crown out of them.
Good.
as she's sipping her wine.
Just girly things. Hashtag just girly things. She gives some to Reginald to clamp onto. like a giving keys to a child.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like it. That's precious.
He's her boy.
What a sweet boy you have there.
He's very cute. I love him a lot.
He's adorable. He smells a little funny, but he makes up for it in adorableness.
Yeah, I would imagine all babies kind of smell bad, and Reginald, maybe a full-grown crab, but he's definitely Takari's baby.
Jesus. Look at his little eye stalks, though.
I know! How can you not love him?
I mean, impossible. You have to.
Plus, all that he has done for the party, I think he's earned his love.
Yeah, I agree.
Lulu flies in to the catacombs almost out of breath. She says to you all, I can see the 4 knucklebones from here, no more than 10 miles away. The only issue is getting down. They're suspended hundreds of feet in the air.
Oh. Takari kind of like wide-eyed glances over at Belgar, like, how are we gonna get down?
Belgar is gonna look to Lulu and say, Lulu, do you remember how to take your larger form?
No, I don't.
What about the chains? Can we climb down them? If it's chained to Avernus?
How many hundreds of feet?
About 100. That's what Lulu said.
She wasn't specific. She just said hundreds of feet.
Should be fine.
Which means at least 200.
Should be fine.
Perhaps
What could go
we
wrong?
should go speak to the priestess? Maybe she would know something.
Perhaps. Takari will, she'll get back up on her feet from sitting and look, well, who's coming to talk with me?
I'll join you. Worst case scenario, we might have to tie some rope together amongst ourselves. I don't know if we have enough rope combined to do it, but
Probably
maybe there's
not.
a better option.
Right. Yeah, Takari will go back over there and ask her.
Yeah,
She
I'll
has an
come with
idea.
you.
Are you gonna ask her?
Yeah, I'm gonna ask her, hi, it's me, I'm Takari. We met before. I was wondering if you knew how we could go down.
Go down?
Go down.
Go down from where?
From here to
Going
down
all the way around?
to Avernus.
Why would you want to do that?
To go talk to the Kenku?
The Kenku?
The Kenku.
Which Kenku?
Takari looks very nervously at Belgara. The Kenku that will, help us, free Eltro? You know, the Kenku.
Dear, I'm not sure what you're talking about.
It doesn't really matter. Could you just tell me how to go down?
Ergoth yawns.
is what you get when Takari talks to people.
Well, I'm not really the type to come up with these sort of ideas. But whatever you do, make sure you double check that your idea is safe.
Maybe the Duke will know.
Takari kind of like scratches her head and looks at Belgara very confused.
Belgara's gonna chime in and say, can anyone down here help us troubleshoot this issue of ours?
Well, you do have a big, strong man with you, don't you? He seems to be intelligent.
The temptation to be rude.
Oh boy.
No.
Then you see little one pointing at himself.
Oh, right.
Yeah, you.
Not Ruin.
I was biting my tongue because I'm not in that conversation right now, but I wanted to make so many snarky comments.
Oh yeah, I forgot all about Little One. Oh my god, there's just been so many NPCs and things going on that it's really hard to forget about Little One when he never speaks.
You're the one who wanted to come on this adventure.
I know, there's just so much that's gone on. It's a lot, Duro, okay? I got a small brain and I share a brain cell already with Bones, so you can't expect too much out of me.
Stop laughing about the Ruin joke.
Bones, oh god. Alright, so Belgara is going to nod her head at the woman and kindly step away. She's about as useless as, you could be. And she's going to walk over to Little One. She's going to approach him and say, do you know how we could traverse to the lower level of Avernus? That's basically where they're going, right, Duro? Like, they're trying to move from, like, whatever Elturel is to, like, actual, like, on Avernus, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Little one scratches his chin for some time. I see two possibilities. We either climb down from the chains, or we can make improvised devices, which would let us glide down.
What are the chances of falling into the river if we don't, if we aren't careful?
Both ways have a chance of falling in the river, but I believe creating some sort of improvised equipment would have a lower chance of that occurring. Seeing as the chains are made of infernal iron, they are likely to be very precarious.
What kind of device do you have in mind?
Either parachutes or some sort of gliders would work.
Takari, she like sighs, like this is obviously a moment of anxiety for her, the idea of falling into the river Styx. And she looks at little one. How quickly can we get these gliders?
With all 5 of us, 6 of us looking, I don't suspect it would take too long.
Okay. Well,
Where can we get the materials?
I'm sure there's plenty of materials around here.
Amidst all the destruction, I'm sure we're able to find something. Plenty of tapestries and wood, I see. Is anyone skilled at crafting such contraptions?
Ruin just snarkily snorts.
What kind of check would that even be to make them? I think we'd need to have like some kind of tools.
You don't need any tools. I will have my own checks that I have to do.
Oh, so the little one's gonna make them for us?
he has his ways.
Yeah, you guys can just get the supplies, and then I will have you guys roll on different checks to see if they end up working for you.
Sweet.
Oh boy. Yeah, Takari, she'll look at little one and nod a few times and immediately start setting off to gather various supplies for these gliders.
You got a list there or something there, little one, that I can read and take with me? Look, you know, a shopping list, a forwarding list.
Gather me cloth and wood, and it should be enough.
All right, I'll just find what makes sense, I suppose. And Ergov is gonna make his way.
Takari's going to specifically look for pink flowery cloth, specifically for Ruin's glider.
Awesome.
That is not the response I was expecting.
I don't want to rain on anyone's parade, but I know the spell Featherfall, so we could just do that.
Would that work for all of us?
That's no parade rain. It's a
No.
it's a contingency, safety
It's just a-
contingency.
Very wild plan for us
Good to
to
have.
invent a flying machine right off the bat. So
I'm just
yes.
assuming little one is Da Vinci.
Yeah, I mean, the more options we have, the better. And like, we can, you know, what if the contraption breaks? We might have to Featherfall anyway.
yes, I can cast Featherfall onto 5 creatures. So doesn't seem like we'd be leaving anyone behind. Even little one could come with us.
There will be 6, including little one.
Well, they'll just have to hold on to someone else who has Featherfall cast upon them.
Why doesn't little one just carry you while you're casting Featherfall on him?
I suppose that would work.
Would that work?
Nigel can ride large creatures, and little one is a large creature.
Genius.
Excellent. What about Reginald? Takari will hold on to Reginald, don't worry.
We eat them.
No. What is wrong with you?
I'm hungry.
Takari will whack Aragoth with her bow as hard as she can.
Ow. I'm gonna go down 1 hit point.
All right. Well, if that's settled, then I need rest. And she'll cozy back into her little spot by the wall.
Should we get some rest before we head out? Maybe do a long rest?
Yeah.
I suppose we don't really need to post a watch order while we're here.
No.
I'm just gonna cozy up in the corner, take off his pack, and just take a nap.
Just so you guys know, I have my own redundancy for this as well, if things don't go as planned. Assuming I don't fall into the river.
You're gonna fall in, don't worry.
No!
Just Aragorn.
Alright, so you guys take your long rest.
Yep.
Okay, long rest is over.
Oh, that was fast.
Oh, good morning.
Rise and shine.
Curry goes ahead and starts the morning off by offering flowers to Ruin. Still extremely anxious as to what this is going to lead to.
Yeah, his flower ball is getting pretty nicely big.
I like the idea that he's just mashing the flowers in his pocket
Yep,
to make
that's
a
what he's
big
doing.
ball.
Yeah,
Okay.
every once in a while, like once or twice a day, he'll take it out and shape it so it's in a nice ball.
Oh, so there is a plan.
Nope.
Okay.
Duro, how's the flower that's in my hair looking? Was it wilted?
Technically, no, because the flower is magical, and the spell doesn't say that the flower dies, so
It looks beautiful.
Seeing Ruin with his ball of flowers, like, Badger takes the flower out of his hair and admires it and switches it to the other ear.
Elgara takes the flower crown that she's been working on throughout the evening as they've rested and places it atop Reginald's little body.
Oh, yes! Dakari is just delighted by this and gives Reginald a little kiss on his carapace. I would imagine Reginald is very pleased by his flower crown.
I would imagine Reginald doesn't have a thought in his brain and has no idea what's happening to him right now.
He is happy.
Ignorance is bliss.
Well, should we set out?
We have the plan.
Yep.
Let's go.
I'm ready.
you leave High Hall and make your way to the nearest infernal chain, which is bringing Elturel down to the River Styx. And you arrive there with no issues.
Until
Dot, dot, dot.
Dead, dead, dead.
No dots. You make it there fine. You're at the chains.
Nigel cracks his fingers and says, "Are we ready?"
Takari looks at him and says, "Don't fuck up."
I never fuck up.
Debatable, but okay.
Wait, are we doing the gliders or the chains?
No, he's using the spell.
I'm casting Featherfall on everyone. And so Nigel climbs up to the shoulder of Little One and counts how many that he'll need to cast this spell on. We got Ruin, Ergoth, Takari, Vokara, and then the Little One. And Takari is carrying Reginald.
Yes.
So that should be good. Okay. Nigel starts canting the verbal component of the spell, and then counts Featherfall on everyone. I don't imagine that they would feel any different, but I assure you, you are now all protected from the effects of a long fall.
Okay, you go first.
How far down is it, Duro?
It's over 100 feet. And so your featherfall will last long enough to get down.
Awesome. Well, we better go now. And he kind of like giddies up the Little One. And Duro, does he respond?
Rude.
He gives out a long, deep breath from his nose. And he jumps.
Ruin steps off after.
Can I just climb down anyway? But also, if I fall, then I feather fall anyway.
Just
Screw it.
Belgara sees that Aragoth is like really debating this and having a hard time in his mind, and she comes up behind him and shoves him off the edge and jumps right behind him.
I was gonna grab your arm and pull you down with me. It's like a reaction to getting pushed into a pool,
Yeah. Yeah, no. Just shoved ya.
Takari's gonna look back at. Oh god, sorry.
She's thought many times about shoving you off of things. It feels good to finally get to do it with no repercussions.
Argolf turns around as we're falling and then folds his arms and looks at you while we're falling. And it's just like, whatever, man.
So Takari's gonna look back at Belgara and say, "Well, see you on the other side." And she clutches Reginald and drops.
Belgara's sipping from her wine pouch as she's floating through the air and feels fabulous. This is the most alive she's felt in years, really.
As you slowly fall down, you see armored legions of devils encircle enormous posts of infernal chain that anchor El Terrell to the rocky ground. Squads of demons sitting 10 deep in some places hurl themselves into the devil's ranks. Most of those abyssal troops are lowly mains and dretches who die quickly in vain attempting to drag down the devils, so that the stronger demons behind them can strike killing blows. Our dark river cuts a path across the blasted landscape and flows directly beneath the city. Floating on the river are demonic barges being assailed by squadrons of winged devils under the command of a terrifying pit fiend wearing an eyeless helm and clutching a battle standard. The demons and devils are too focused on one another to concern themselves with you. After a long fall, you finally reach the hellscape of Avernus. It sits under hideous clouds that obscure the vault of the sky, from which the occasional meteor strikes before crashing into the ground. Ambient light continually swells up from just below the horizon, as though lit by 9 setting suns, yet no actual celestial bodies fill the sky. No sun, moons, or stars. This constant twilight makes it difficult for the denizens of Avernus to track the passage of time. The atmosphere reeks of brimstone and burning tar, and hot gusts of wind shriek across the hellscape to scour the lands below.
Are we in another circle of hell now?
No, you're on the actual fields of Avernus.
Did we move maps?
Good thing you just reminded me of that. You were given a map in Candlekeep. Here is the map you were given.
Oh, that's a really fucking cool looking map.
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
So this is the overview. Of course, it is not, there's no names or anything on it. The way we will be traveling is by hexes. So here's what the hexes will look like. You are currently here. Each hex is approximately 24 hours. Of course, there's no way to really tell, but that's how fast you can travel.
Does Takari have favorite terrain hell?
So there are various biomes here that would suit various ranger features.
What biome type are we in right now?
We are in I'll say it is desert. So this one doesn't technically have one. More of a deserty landscape.
Is the person in the lower left-hand corner of the map, is that supposed to be Zariel?
No, I actually don't know who that is.
Okay. Or maybe, Yael, because she has the black hair and the pale skin
Yeah, it could be her.
with the sword.
She actually has wings too, so it could be Zariel. It is never described as anyone.
Yeah, it's just cool.
Well, and Lulu will be able to show us the way towards the Kenku that we're supposed to meet up with.
Yes.
Well, I suppose we should go.
Lead the way, Lulu.
Lulu says, right this way. It's not too far. You arrive at your location. It is a fortified compound which sits atop a low plateau that rises out of a crater-pocketed landscape. At the center of the compound is a hill of rust-colored stone that resembles a hand crawling out of the ground, with gaps between the fingers. A jagged wall made of rock, bones, and metal debris surround this hand-shaped hill. Other highlights visible from the distance include a gatehouse, atop which a half-dozen small figures on watch. A group of the creatures surrounds a slain demon outside the fort, all looking like feral gnomes. You see them take off their caps, soaking them in the demon blood, and then placing the caps back on the heads. Outside the walls are 3 machines of infernal iron. They are covered in spikes and have 2 large wheels. A gang of 3 half-frogs are packing supplies into compartments. They are wearing dark red leather armor.
What language do the frogs speak?
Well, luckily, Takari at first sight notices them as bullywugs.
How about that? My people! Takari's gonna look at the party and say, "Those are bullywugs. I speak fluent bullywug, as you all know, that I was raised by them. Would you like me to catch them?"
Takari, do you think you could convince them to give us a lift? Looks like they might be able to get us past the gate.
Yeah, Takari's extremely confident in this, and she's absolutely. Let me go run up to them, and she'll call after them in bullywug, like, "Hey, hey!"
The one nearest looks confused, as though they've never seen someone speak bullywug to them who were not bullywugs.
And being so fluent and so immersed in bullywugs in her formative years, she speaks in, I would imagine, a very casual dialect with slang that only bullywugs would perhaps use. And she'll ask them, "Excuse me, is there any way that you could help me and my friends here get across this gate?"
One of them speaks to you. One who knows our kin, our friends.
Takari nods several times and says, "Yes, my adoptive parents were bullywugs. I am your kin."
You may enter.
Takari nods several times and says, thank you so very much. And she'll look back at the party and sort of give them a warning glance. Do the bullywugs speak common?
No, they only speak bullywug.
Okay. And she'll say to the party in common, be careful with bullywugs. They are known for their destruction, but they seem friendly and are friendly to me, so stick close.
What's the easiest way to gain their favor?
Be of their kin.
Oh, well, what's the second easiest way?
Be of their kin. They, and really even that, bullywugs are known for cannibalism within each other and destroying environments. So just stay close to me. Thank you.
How are you still alive?
Takari kind of looks around nervously and shrugs. Just stay close to me.
Ariel kind of just like follows her stiffly, and, like looks around, not moving his head, kind of like tense.
Duro, are you proud of me that I read extensively on bullywugs? Please tell me you're proud of me.
Very proud.
Thanks.
The bullywug speaks to you. This land has danger all around. When sand comes, the sky War comes for you.
Takari translates directly to the rest of the party, and she looks back at the bullywug and asks, "Can you elaborate further? I know of the dangers here, but what does that mean?"
Beasts and men. They ride machines of iron. They destroy all in their path.
Takari translates again to the rest of the party, somewhat nervously, and furrows her brow and looks back up to the bullywug and say, "What beasts? Do you mean the devils, the demons?"
All manner.
Takari continues to translate to the party. And she says, "Thank you for this warning. We're going to go ahead and pass through the gate now. Thank you." And she kind of like does a nod of her head.
The bullywugs reach into their pockets and throw something into the furnace of their vehicle. It lights up for a while, and a voice screams out as if in pain. As the flame equalizes, the scream abruptly stops. The half-frogs mount the vehicles and ride off into the distance.
Takari kind of scratches her head. What are bullywugs doing down in Avernus?
Okay, so do we pass the gate?
Suppose so.
Yes, you are able to pass through the gate. It is actually open.
And on the other side,
the area enclosed by the rampart is littered with trash and mechanical parts, some put together in a way that resembles a vehicle. A platoon of small fey creatures mills about inside the fort. They seem to be in a heated argument, but you are unable to understand what they say. Between the finger-like rock formations are signs written in Infernal. I will assume Takari and Ruin will translate.
100%.
Yeah.
The leftmost sign reads, "The Tinkerer's Shed." The second from the left has two signs which reads, it has one sign which reads, "The Hostel." And the last has two signs which reads, "The Well" and "The Arcane." Sorry, I had switched them around and fixed the wording on it. So you got Tinkerer's Shed on the left, in the middle is the Hostel, and on the right you have the Well and the Arcane.
Okay. Takari's going to look at Ruin as they're reading the sign and say, "I'm assuming that's where the Kenku are," pointing to the tinker shop.
That'd be my guess as well.
Takari's going to kind of nod over to the rest of the group and say, "This way. This is where the Kenku are."
Mental follows along and mutters, "Hopefully they can build us a flying machine of some sort."
The Tinkerer's Shed leads to a hole in the mountainside where you see a woman hunched over a table, butchering body parts from a demon. She has small devilish wings, long horns, and wears an assortment of creatures' bones. A monstrosity sewn together with demon parts sits nearby. It's missing an arm. Mickey, you can't lose your arm like that. It's irresponsible. Don't worry. I'll fix you up, my boy, as good as new.
I would just like to say that I fucking love this character already.
I'm kind of picturing it. It's like the evil demon version of Takari.
I am surprised that Takari didn't come in and go, Mother? Pop?
She's the anti-Takari.
Yep.
She's Takari if Takari put a mustache on. Is this woman a devil, I'm assuming? Does Takari know this?
1 second.
Okay.
Yes. Go ahead and roll. I'll roll Arcana with advantage, because it's not a normal. It's not. Let's see.
Oh. That was bad. Bad roll.
Actually, they are frequented in the forest, so you have a better chance of knowing it. So I'd say you actually do.
Okay.
With your knowledge of fiends and your knowledge of woodland creatures. You know she is a night hag.
I love her. Same, honestly. And do night hags? What's their native tongue? Is it Infernal?
They speak Abyssal, Common, Infernal, and Primordial.
Oh, neat. Well, if she's speaking in Common, then Takari will go up and ask, excuse me, we're looking for some Kenkus? Do you think that you could help us out with that?
The woman ignores you and instead begins to examine Lulu. Oh my, what an interesting specimen you have here. I've seen these types of creatures before on tapestries of Zariel, but never in person. I wonder what its insides look like. How did you happen upon it?
Takari's gonna lean in close and speak in Infernal to her. She is not to be examined in that manner. She'll kind of grunt.
Now, where are my manners? What were you saying before I interrupted you?
Back in Common, Takari's gonna ask, I'm looking for some Kenku. My friends and I are looking for them.
Oh, I sent them to Mahadi's Emporium to gather supplies. They won't be back for some time. What business do you have with them?
Takari's gonna kind of look back at the rest of the group nervously.
Belgara nods at her like, you got this, bud. Don't worry, you're doing great.
They weren't caught stealing again, were they?
No, we need their help, though.
Oh, good. I already told them how to steal properly, and I don't want to have to break them out of a devil's prison again.
Takari looks at the woman and raises a brow at her and sighs and asks again, about how long will they be?
I unfortunately can't say. They're usually gone for quite a while. But I'm sure I can help them in their stead. I am their boss after all.
And with the Kenku, we are trying to... What are we trying to get from the Kenku?
So essentially, the Kenku knew of Lulu, and they would know more. Let me see. I forget actually. The DM forgets a story. Can you believe it?
Wow.
You're still the best, Duro.
They were in her memory, and they might know of more things she knows.
Takari sighs and was really hoping not to bring Lulu into this conversation with this woman, but she says, I'm trying to help Lulu here, and she points to her, to try and regain some of her memory. We really need the Kenku.
Lost memories. I may be able to help.
How so?
My dream machine hasn't been working for some time. I doubt it'll work, but if you want my help, you will need to find replacement parts.
What parts are needed?
There are 4 items I need.
Dream machine. I get to practice some more fighting in my sleep.
An astral piston, a hearthstone, a Nirvanan cog box, and Flecthosian sand. I can give you an idea of where to look.
Please.
Okay. I will give you a rough estimate, a rough idea where you go, but I have already condensed it all, so you don't have to listen to my rambling.
But what if we like your rambling, Duro?
I will do my rambling, but you don't have to listen.
See ya.
How considerate.
Oh, look at that.
All right, so you got a journal note called Dream Machine Parts. Once you have the items, you return to me and I can repair the Dream Machine. For the Astral Piston, seek out a warlord that goes by the name of Melaragan. He is the Forge Master of Kolosai and would have such a thing. You can find him in the southwest. You could also speak to Uldrak the Tinkerer, whose shop is based out of a titanic helmet located in the western end of the Plains of Fire. He had a set of astral pistons in stock a few years ago, back when one of my riders needed repairs for an antique war machine. It's possible he might have a supply. For Heartstone, it's something commonly carried by night hags. I was once in a coven with such a hag. She goes by the name of Red Ruth. These days, she's a warlord. She's somewhere here in Avernus, and will likely be carrying a Heartstone. I have heard rumors that she frequents Mahadi's Emporium from time to time. You should take leads there. A Nirvanan cog box is a Modron technology and hard to come by. I heard that a Modron ship crashed on the shores of the Styx, not far from here. You may find your luck there. As for the Flixone, oh man, it's hard to say. Fligathosian sand. I cannot give you a lead as myself am unsure where to get it. It's an obsidian sand from Fligathos, the 4th layer of hell. Getting there is far too difficult, so you may need to ask around Avernus for who may have it. You are free to stay here as long as you like. I'm sure there's some here who could use your help. If you decide to help, I'll be more than happy to give you supplies and gratitude.
Takari seems eager to hear this part of the conversation. Well, that could be useful. God damn it, Nigel.
What?
So, what's the first thing we should go for? Should we go all the way to the furthest thing first, or should we go to the closest thing first?
Definitely the closest thing. Maybe we can get back here. With any luck, the Kanku will return by the time we get back, and we won't have to worry about the stream machine if the Kanku can just, restore the memories on their own.
Right, why are we doing this task for... This is a night hag that we're talking to, Duro?
So
For the dream machine?
the dream machine is... Let me see if I can explain it without giving away the story.
Oh yeah, sorry, sorry, the question... I should probably clarify the question. Who are we talking to right now about this task? That was... I had to step out for a little bit. I missed the beginning of it.
Oh, okay. So, you are speaking to a night hag who says she is the boss of the Kenku. The Kenku are not here right now as she sent them on an errand, but the night hag, who no one asked her name yet, said that she has a machine, the dream machine, which will allow her to go into Lulu's mind, essentially, to see her memories.
I'm going to look at Bagara and tap my forehead.
Okay.
Basically, I'm going to ask Bagara, should I whisper this to you?
So I am going to create a telepathic link with you, because clearly that's what you would like. And you hear her voice in your mind saying, is there something the matter?
Okay, I'm just gonna, I'll make it simple and just say it. I don't have to whisper it. Basically, I asked, Takari, sorry. I'm catching up on everything while I'm reading. Okay. Aragolf is gonna ask Bagara, why should we, this is like another way, we came here to get the Kenku, to get our memories, and this night hag is offering another option. But shouldn't we just ask, have we asked the night hag where the Kenku went? Because I kind of don't trust her. Perhaps somebody can ask the night hag and then...
Yeah, you're back. Welcome back.
Sorry guys, everything crashed.
Oops.
Yeah, no, you're okay. I went in and was telling your chat to hang tight.
Yeah, I saw that, thank you.
I don't know. She doesn't really like. I guess she's a night hag, so automatically she's sus. But like,
what if we ask her where the Kenku is, and you kind of?
She told us they were at the store picking things up.
Do we know which store? Can we just go there?
She said Mahadi's Emporium.
Okay. I feel like we should go there first before we pick up these items. And ask the Kenku for sure if we need all these to do this ritual.
Yeah, we have to go there anyways, because there's a night hag named Red Ruth that could potentially have a heartstone that we need for the machine. So if we would like to go there first and hopefully run into the Kenkus on our way, I'd say that's a good plan of action. You said it's nearby, right, Duro?
Mahadi's Emporium?
Yeah.
No, I never mentioned it was nearby.
Oh, okay.
She also never mentioned where the Emporium is.
Yeah, let's ask her that.
So while you were having that telepathic link, Nigel was going to talk to the night hag and ask her some questions too.
Okay.
The first one is, my apologies. I don't know how to properly address a night hag. Do you go by queen or?
What a kiss ass. A tiny kiss ass.
You guys just see Ergolf and Bilgar like thinking and nodding at each other and like wandering around with their eyes and like thinking, making weird gestures.
You can just call me Maggie.
Maggie, what a lovely name.
Maggie the Haggy.
Love it. Love it. Maggie, in case we run into our Cancun friends, 3 of them, what were their names?
There were 2 of them.
That's the lie I'm trying to like catch.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay, I think I'm settled back. I'm so sorry, y'all.
It's all good.
Their names were Chaka and Clunk.
Chaka and Clunk and
there's only 2 of them.
oh, I thought there were 3. My apologies. Chaka and Clunk. Thank you. And then in Thieves' Cant, I'm just gonna whisper it to you. Here goes.
Ergolf listens.
Pray tell, how far away is this shop that they've gone to?
Oh, you mean Mahadi's Emporium? It's actually a wandering shop. It travels all over Avernus. That's why it takes them so long.
Would you happen to know where it was last?
I can't say.
Seems a poor business model. Shop that you don't know where it's located half of the time.
Random offhand question: does this shop happen to have a portal?
One second. Let me see if technically yes or technically no.
All right. do 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 do.
Because there are special features about this that it could technically be yes or not.
Makes sense. It's a magical wandering. What's it called again?
The Wandering Emporium.
Yeah.
So it's owned by Mahadi, but it's the Wandering Emporium. I'll say no.
Darn. Okay. Is there a way that we can follow its path?
Are you asking Maggie?
Yeah. Where the Emporium is where the Kenku is at the moment, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
You may be able to follow its tracks once you find it in a general location.
Oh, this Emporium travels on the ground?
Precisely.
How? What does it use to travel?
Infernal machines.
Maybe a pillar of smoke might lead us there. It's probably pillars of smoke everywhere, but you know.
All right. Are you gonna ask any more questions?
No, I guess we should get along with this finding her ingredients or whatever.
All right. You also have the option to walk around Fort Knucklebone.
Oh, Fort Knucklebone. That's clever.
That's where you are right now.
I missed that it was called Fort Knucklebone earlier.
Okay. Yep. Fort Knucklebone. Yeah, I just never said it. All right. So to remind you, there was 3 other locations in Fort Knucklebone you could visit: the hostel, the well, and the arcane.
The well and the arcane, what were those exactly?
Those were just the signs which read
Oh, there you are.
in the areas between the mountain fingers.
Ergoth is hell-bent on getting to this Emporium first, just to be sure that he's not being sent on a fool's errand. He wants to talk to the Kenku.
What so not? Do you mean taking on an extra task from what our current task is to find these Kenku specifically?
Well, the Kenku is where the Heartstone would be.
Okay, sorry.
So like that's what Ergoth wants to do that one first.
Yeah, let's
And
totally
like
do that one
kill
first.
2 birds with 1 Heartstone, but 1 bird, but not kill a bird because a bird's cool. He like Ergoth wants to ask the Kenku basically to compare his story to the hag story.
Oh,
Because he's
okay.
Batman.
Okay.
I'm Batman.
I mean, if we need to go there anyway, if the rest of the party is okay with that, I mean, I suppose we could.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
Let's do that.
Bagara?
We're going to the Emporium?
If we can find it, that's the problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
Someone at the hostel might know. That'd be our
Yeah,
next best step.
Yeah, I think it's a great idea to go in those other places and ask about it.
Yeah.
I mean, somebody's got to know how to find it.
Perhaps Lulu can do a quick flutter around? I mean, she found the Kenkus. She can
That's also
fly.
Yeah, that's true. Saves us from having to, get strange directions.
Lulu gives a nod and flies up into the air looking for wherever this wandering Emporium could be.
Is this like a house moving castle situation?
That's how I'm imagining it.
Belgara's going to look to her companions, and specifically to Little One, since he's studied Avernus, and ask, do you know where any of these places are that we're supposed to go?
Actually, Little One, I told you he's specifically never studied Avernus.
Oh, what? I thought he had.
He was friends with, what's her name, from Candlekeep, but he was not studying Avernus.
Oh. Well, ignore that.
Recon.
And Jerry, you said there was a tavern? Or just the hostel?
So there's a place called The
Oh, there you
Well,
are.
which you could discern could be a tavern of sort.
Well, I'm willing to go there, but not
Yeah.
drink anything from this this water here.
Just
Just
head
ask
there,
questions.
just ask questions. Yep. Agreed.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Well, then Takari's gonna turn, do like an about face and start marching towards the well.
To the well. Thanks, Maggie. And there goes, just kind of leaves. Suspiciously walks away. With suspicion.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Maybe Belgara can refill her wineskin.
Yeah, probably.
I don't trust any fluids in this
I-
place.
Also have a whole backup bottle of wine.
Yeah, just in case. Can't have too much wine.
I stole that from the Vanthapur's villa, so it's like a pricey bougie wine too.
I feel like we should hold off on drinking that until after this is all finished.
That's fair. It's just aging in my pocket. Don't worry
Yeah.
about it.
It's fine. It's fine.
By the way, Bones, I just noticed your title says Wood Elf level 6. I think it should be level 5 and then level 1 Druid. To be
Nope,
level 6.
level 6.
Are we level 7?
I'm level 6.
We
So
are
the-
level 6.
So the way it
We're level
works,
6. There's
way we're-
you're a level 5 ranger and a level 1 dude.
yeah, they add.
Anyway, so yeah, Takari's gonna go ahead and make it her way to the well, and see if there's anybody who could answer questions.
You approach a small cloth covering where you find humans, elves, kobolds, goblins, and other manner of creatures resting under the shade. On the red sand are mats, pillows, and tables where you can relax. A makeshift bar made of iron scraps sits in the corner. Behind the bar is a middle-aged woman with ravishing beauty. You see the woman take an order from a customer. She grabs a mug and dips it into a spring of liquid, which appears to be carved out of the ground itself. She gives it to the customer. So immediately you see, let's see, there's a human woman, there's a dwarf male and his horse, and a elf woman, and let's see, you also find a male kobold.
I'm just eyeing everybody as they're drinking, making sure they're not like acting weird.
Is there anybody who looks particularly friendly and open to receiving gifts of flowers?
Ruin.
I wouldn't necessarily call Ruin friendly.
Ouch.
Yes, the elf woman, she
Right.
appears to be a druid.
Oh. Well,
She is of exceptionally strong beauty with auburn hair and light amber eyes. She wears leather armor and wields a hammer.
you could have just said
also-
it's Takari's twin. You could have just said that.
She also has a snake, a green snake.
Okay. Takari's gonna go up to her with like a very casual elven greeting. And is she sitting at a bar or sitting anywhere?
She's sitting on the ground sipping on her drink.
All right. Takari's gonna sit directly in front of her, almost like they're mirror images. And she'll greet her and hold out her palm and offer a flower out to her, another daisy.
Oh, this is lovely. It's been a while since anyone's given me a gift.
Takari perks up and almost has the light in her eyes returned and says, "Oh, I'm happy to give you a gift. I haven't seen another elf in so long."
We're a rare breed in these parts.
She'll nod a few times and agree quietly and say, yes, it feels that way. By chance, have you spent much time in Avernus?
I've spent some time here. Are you new?
I am, and my friends and I really could use some help and some direction.
Oh,
Yeah, we're looking for Mahadi's Emporium. Have you seen that?
yes, I saw it not 3 days ago. Just over the river Styx, to the west.
Takari nods a few times and says, and which way was it headed? I understand it's moving?
It usually stays at its location for about a week at a time.
I see. How long of a travel would it be to get to it?
Well, that depends. How do you plan to get over the river Styx?
Takari, she sort of blushes in embarrassment and tucks a hair behind her ear and says, we hadn't thought of that part yet. Is there a route that you suggest taking? Is there a barge that we could travel on?
The river Styx is dangerous. Devils patrol them on their boats. You may be able to commandeer one.
Takari kind of hems and haws over the idea and quietly mutters to herself, didn't really fancy myself as much of a pirate, but it's a fair bet to take. She nods a few times and she looks back at the other elf and asks, I'm sorry, what was your name?
My name is Elialdes.
Takari holds her hand out and says, I am Takari. It's so good to see another of my kind.
Likewise. While you're here, did you know that there are many of us here? We're trying to restore Avernus to what it once was.
Takari visibly shies away at the idea of seeing more than one elf at a time, considering she hadn't really spent much time with them in her upbringing. And blinks a few times and says, oh, I see. Where are the others?
They're all across Avernus. Did you know that Avernus was not always this barren wasteland it is now?
What was it before?
It was once a beautiful garden created by Asmodeus, but was destroyed by the constant war.
There's something somber in Takari's face at the idea of it once being a beautiful garden and now in the shape that it is. And she looks back to the elf and then asks, what's your plan to return it to its glory?
There are springs of water hidden across Avernus. Only one spring is known, but I'm certain there are others. I hope to someday bring Avernus back to its former beauty.
Do you plan on uncovering these springs?
Yes, when I find them.
How long do you think it'll take you?
A lifetime.
Can I ask you a personal question?
Of course.
How old are you?
I'm in my young 200s.
Takari nods a few times at this thought and chuckles and says, I haven't made it to my first.
Don't worry. You'll get there.
Takari nods again and says, thank you. You've been a great help. And if I see these springs, I'll do what I can. And Takari will offer her another daisy, and as she stands up.
She takes the daisy from you.
Takari she'll return to the rest of the party and explain to them. So Mahadi's Emporium is about a couple days from here. If we can get one of those boats from the Devils, we can cross the River Styx. It's just west of there.
So I'm going to cast a spell. I nod at Takari and I say, well, we've sent poor little Lulu out in search. I suppose I could send her a message so I could direct her on where to look further now that we have things narrowed down some.
Takari nods and says, we have about a few days, 4 days most, to get there. It only stays in one place for about a week, apparently.
So I take from the pouch at my side a small piece of copper wire and I hold it between my hands cupped and I bring it up to my lips and I whisper to the piece of copper and then I place it back in my pocket. And basically what happens is as I'm whispering, I'm speaking our message to Lulu of where to find the Wandering Emporium. Let me see. There you go, Duro, so you can see what that is. And then she's able to actually respond to me, like, immediately.
What do you say to her?
I told her where the Emporium was last found.
Okay.
So she can make her way there and that we are on our way there as well.
Gotcha.
Since we sent her out looking for it. And then we left. Bit rude. Also, the sending spell is really fucking cool.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, I feel like it's something that can definitely come into use later on into the game, too.
Yeah, for sure.
If we were to ever split up, to be able to have a direct line of communication between each other to at least send one message back and forth would be very, very nice.
Yeah.
Has anybody ever homebrewed the scry spell to be used as like a see through my eyes?
Stop, Loretta. You're gonna get tangled up in my wires.
At will, not at will. Like a party member, like two party members can share each other's vision.
Oh boy. You see Belgara, like, kind of touch her temple and her eyes close for a moment, and after a little bit her eyes kind of flutter back open, and she looks back to the party and says, the shield, it's speaking to me again.
What's it saying?
Yeah, what's on its mind now?
It says that to the north of us there's a volcanic mountain, and that we should bring the shield there so may be freed. She looks concerned as she says this to the party, like they probably definitely shouldn't do this.
It's not my
Right.
part already.
She shakes her head at this and says, I don't know what it's going to release, and I'm not sure if anybody else wants to know.
Well,
Wait,
we know it's in
don't-
the shield already.
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't we know that there's isn't there a demon in the shield?
Gargouth, the demon who was a lord of Avernus, is trapped in the shield.
He's a devil, but yes.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, he's been trying to get us to come back to Avernus. He was expelled for the Hells by Asmodeus because he was seen as too cruel, even for devil standards.
Yeah, we are not taking him to the volcanic mountain. We are not releasing him. Belgara doesn't know if this works or not, nor does she particularly care, but in her mind and directed at the being in the shield, she says, "You'll never be free from your prison. Stop asking."
Good.
We probably shouldn't have brought this fucking shield to Avernus with us.
Yeah, what else are we going to do with it?
Left it in Candle Keep with the fucking mage nerds
I
so
just
they
wanna
can
throw it into the river.
study it.
Yeah, we could throw it into the river.
Should like hold it over the river and see what it says, and if it's like no, then we just drop it.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Whoopsies.
Goodbye forever.
It might come in handy. Who knows?
Okay. Do you want to do anything else here in Fort Knucklebone?
No, I think that we should go ahead and start heading out now towards
Agreed.
Mahadi's
Yeah.
Emporium.
Yeah, we're on a time limit now, really.
Does Lulu say anything back to me?
she said, okay.
Great.
Short and sweet, just like her.
So we'll head to the River Styx and try and commandeer a boat, I guess.
I don't want to get on a boat.
We have to get on a boat.
I don't want to get on a boat.
I will literally kill you if you don't get on the boat. Literally.
I will literally let you kill me so I don't get on a boat.
Consider it done. You'll be on the boat, though, you or your corpse.
Hang tight to me.
In pieces? He's gonna take a trip in pieces?
You have to kill me twice.
Takari will bonk Ruin on the head with her bow and say, that one is mine.
That'll cost you 2 flowers.
She hands over the flowers.
All right, so you leave, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
heading for the River Styx.
After a short time from leaving Fort Knucklebone, a plume of red dust billows in the distance, created by a large infernal war machine barreling in your direction. Its crew consists of a boar-headed and rat-headed humanoids, all wearing goggles. The head boar-headed humanoid stands with one foot on the control panel as he stares you down.
It's Mad Max time.
Are they considered animals at all?
No.
Damn it. There goes that plan.
I like to imagine there's like another boar-headed creature on the outside on like cables in front of a whole bunch of amps, and he's playing a really sweet guitar, and it's just a full-on Mad Max Fury Road coming at our face.
Argyle's gonna get a bow out of his quiver and be like, "Witness me."
Witness me, Bloodbag.
That's where we will stop for
Of course.
tonight.
I knew
Oh,
it.
crap.
Another freaking cliffhanger.
I like cliffhangers.
I already have a plan. Don't worry about it.
Does it have something to do with the flowers?
No.
Interesting.
The resolution to that has not come to me yet.
I am still terrified.
Actually, so I couldn't find the way that the Water Emporium actually is supposed to move, so I just made up where it is.
Good to know.
I feel
I
like
know
we're
it
going to
moves,
look
I just don't remember how it moves or where to find where it moves.
Yeah, I feel like we're going to look for Darkmoon Fair.
Yes! Oh my god. Is it in Alliance territory though?
I would say this is more like Burning Legion territory.
Yeah, that's what I had envisioned in my head. Absolutely.
Oh, what's the Dark Moon Fair doing there?
Whatever it wants.
Well, great game, guys.
Yeah, thanks, Duro. Good work.
Thank you, Duro.
Always lovely.
Thanks for doing this on top of the new job you got going on.
You're a monster.
He's a monster.
Yeah, it's no problem.
Alright.
See you guys next week.
Alright, good
See ya.
night, guys.
Bye, guys.
Yeah.
Bye, everyone.